out that door.
Today, I will be applying my wig. Don't know how it's gonna go. So, hey, let's wish for the best. But, yeah, so. Alright, what I'm gonna do now is go in with that Got2b edge stuff. It's really like, don't put too much because your hair will be really, really hard and it'll be really hard to get the stuff off your hair. But I am gonna go in with some of that, and I'm gonna go use my edge brush too to brush it down and make sure that there's no hair sticking up under my stocking cap, because if it is hair sticking up under your stocking cap, it's more likely for it to not be as flawless as it could be. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my alcohol and clean my hairline before I decide to put any glue or adhesives or skin guards on my skin, just to make sure that it's like intact and making sure that it's not, my wig won't lift, because you don't want your wig to lift after you just did all of this work to put it on. So after I clean my hairline, I'm gonna put the wig cap on top on my hairline and put it in the places that I want it to be. And I'm also gonna clean the wig cap off with the alcohol while it's on my head too, and I'll show you. And now I'm just pinning my braids up, because you know, obviously we're down and you can't put a wig cap over your braids and have them sticking from the bottom, or it won't be, you know, it just won't work out. But also don't pay attention to my braids because I did it myself and I can't see the back of my head. And now I'm going in with my alcohol like I said I was going to do earlier, and just put it on top of the wig cap to make sure that it's clean. What you want to do now is go ahead and cut those holes in for your ears to, you know, not be covered up and come out, so that whenever you start to put your glue and stuff on your hairline, it's like not bulky and, you know, because I remember when I forgot to cut my ear holes out and didn't turn out good. But Now I'm going to go in with my Erica J Hold Me Down Adhesive Guard, and you just spray this really good on your hairline so that whenever it's time for you to take your wig off, your edges don't come out. And that, and the glue is also really, really like harsh to like just your bare skin. It can make you break out if you have sensitive skin. It's adhesive is just really, really strong. So you need something to guard your skin, regardless of what glue you use. And now I'm going to take the Erica J Hold Me Down adhesive glue and spread that out along my hairline. I'm also going to use a popsicle stick to make sure that I get thin layers of glue, because you want your glue to be as thin as possible, because if not, then it won't dry clear, and whenever it's time to apply your wig, you will be able to see the glue and it just won't be nice. So make sure you're putting thin layers. To make my ball cap secure, I just use 2 layers of this glue right here. And as far as getting your lace glue dry, you don't have to put your blow dryer on the highest setting that it has. You can put it on the lowest or the medium, because you don't want it to be like too dry to where it's not tacky anymore, or it won't be okay. So yeah, I used 2 layers of that. And then I went in with this Got2b spray, and I sprayed behind my hairline a little bit, and I used my finger to like guide it, because Got2b does whatever it wants to. So don't just spray it crazy, because you might mess up and not like how it turns out. I mean, you can fix it, but just to avoid all that, be careful. And I just sprayed a little at a time and just moved it around with my finger. Okay, this is where I kind of messed up. I got under the dryer and it wasn't right. Like the glue dried too much and it was white and it was just messed up. But I was very upset. As you can see in the video, I was like talking stuff. But to fix it, I just put like one more layer of glue on top of it and just made sure it was really, really thin. And then whenever that dried, it was like clear again. So I don't recommend you getting under like the dryer if you have one, unless it's like under the lowest setting, because I don't know what setting it was under. I just got up under it because it was there and my mom has one, so I got up under it. But I don't recommend you doing that. I recommend you just letting it air dry so that you don't mess up your whole process. But once you're done with all of that, you can go ahead and put your makeup and stuff on your ball cap. And I'm not really sure if you should go like a shade darker or a shade lighter. I would say a shade darker, but you could do the same. It just depends on how you want yours to look. However you want it, whatever color makeup you want to use, that's on you. Just do whatever looks good. Don't make it look like it's a wig. I also didn't clarify how many layers of glue I put on after I like cut the excess cap off. I put like 2 to 3 more layers of glue, not including the layer that I had to do to fix it. But so altogether, probably like 3, maybe 4 more layers. You don't have to do that many layers, but the more glue you use, the more like secure and the longer that it will stay on. And now I'm just taking my wig and I'm about to just put it on my head and see where I want to place the wig, to see how I want it to be on my head, how far back I want it to be, how far up, Just get it to how you like it. And be careful, because don't push it down and get it don't use your comb and stuff to make it secure until you know exactly where you want to sit your wig, because you can't undo it. You'll have to just take it off and then do it again. and that will be a long process because you can't just rip your wig off. You have to use alcohol to remove it. So just be careful. But when it is time to secure your wig and you like the place that you have it in, you're going to take your rat tail comb, or really any comb that's like fine tooth, and you're just going to comb your hair back and push down the hairline at the same time, so that it's giving like it's coming out of your scalp basically. You know how you would like comb your hair if you were just combing your regular hair? Just make sure you push it in, like push the lace into the glue, so that whenever you tie it down or whenever you blow dry the hairline, it's like gonna be melted in. And please don't try to rush this process. It takes a while. Well, it took me about some hours because I wanted it to be nice. But once you get it down, I guess you can go as fast as you want. But if you're new like me, take your time, don't rush it, or you're gonna mess it up. And when it's time to wrap down your hairline, I suggest you using an elastic band. This is a very popular technique. Almost everyone that I've seen do wigs on YouTube, they use this technique because it's an elastic strap is extremely tight and it really gives you that nice scalp effect. So just make sure you tie your hairline down with an elastic band, or you can use the band that comes with your wig. It's just up to you. Just make sure you tie it down tight, and I would say leave it tied down for like 15 minutes. So after you tie your hair down and you're waiting, if you have a hot comb that's electrical, you plug into the wall. Go ahead and plug it in so that it's heated up, so that whenever you're done wrapping your hair down with the elastic band, you can go ahead and get the flat effect when it's time to like style your wig. Also, to get your hair very flat, make sure you have a wax stick because it also helps very much. And my camera kept cutting off, so you really couldn't see me like do the baby hairs. I mean, I'm going to still do it a little bit in here, but you really can't see me do them how I was really doing them, when I thought it was recording, because I really used foam first, and then I went in with that Got2b little I don't really know what it's called, but it makes your hair really hard. It's what I use in the beginning to lay down my baby hairs before I put the wig cap on. Yeah, I'll use that so that they stayed in place, because after foam dries, you're supposed to comb it out so that it's soft, but when your baby hairs are really soft throughout the entire day, they don't stay. So I just use the Got2b stuff I use at the beginning to keep them in place. And I'm gonna show you the final product at the end, like pictures. And also, I do like my baby hairs a little dramatic. So yeah, they were really dramatic in this video, but like the next day I fixed them because I just didn't like how dramatic they were anymore. They were overly dramatic, so I like fixed them the next day. But yeah. Actually, that's okay. I'm gonna leave that how it is. And I will be like fixing my me to cut them shorter or something. I mean, they might not look too bad. I don't know. They might look extra dramatic, but I like the way it looks. I kind of like dramatic baby hairs. So, boom, period. Wow. But yeah, I'm gonna style it and I'll be back.